Normally in Minecraft, you build a wavy looking flag over the top of your castle and call it a day. I want to watch the flag wave in the wind, and while animating a flag may seem like a difficult task, it can actually be quite simple. Let's start with the switch that's going to activate our circuit. The observer will detect the note block and activate the sticky piston. Next we need an observer chain all the way to here and one up. Then we will place a solid block on the top and on the side and a redstone repeater. If you like it, then put a ring on it, and then every other block we're going to go up one. And a repeater set to 1 tick in between each block. And now you can see the full circuit when we click the note block. Believe it or not, that's the whole circuit. Next, let's set up the structure blocks. Using the give command at S, look for structure underscore block, hit enter and place it on the ground. We're going to change this to a corner block. Let's go ahead and name it flag corner. Hit done. Hit control middle click. That will copy the NBT data that is in that block. Break that block and place the structure block that has the NBT data on one corner and the same structure block on the opposite corner. Come on down over here, place one down on any of these spots, click corner to change it to a save block, and you hit the detect button on the right. And make sure all of your edges are inside the box. Again, hit control middle click. We need to place one block here, and we're going to place a structure block on each one of these raised up solid blocks. They're all now showing a bounding box. Go into each one of these and click on the detect button, and then we'll automatically line up for you. Change the name in each of your save blocks to the following: flag :1 in case we want to do multiple flags, underscore 1. This will be our first frame. We're going to hit save on the right hand side, and we're also going to hit save on the left hand side to change it to a load block. And repeat this for all 8 structure blocks. That's all you need, but this next bit is what makes this process so easy. We're going to do just the smallest bit of redstone, get a couple repeaters, place them side by side with 2 pieces of redstone dust on either side, put a piston, a block, and a button, and now we have a fast repeating clock. Redstone, repeater, save block. Connect our redstone all the way down. And what this will allow us to do is make changes to each of these frames and immediately see the change in our animation. You can see how it looks like the blocks are moving across the flag. Now, I've picked out 3 different flags to animate, and I've already prepared the first one, so I can talk about this super easy method. A flag can be animated in as few as 4 frames. All you have to do is build 2 frames for a single ripple and mirror those for the second ripple. The first frame introduces the ripple on the left and also finishes the ripple on the right at the tail of the flag. The second frame only has the left ripple as it moves down the flag. Then just mirror those frames so the third frame shows the right ripple being introduced and the left is ending, and the fourth frame only has the ripple on the right. And what that gives us is an animation with alternating ripples flowing down the flag. To make it smoother, use an 8-frame circuit and add some transitioning or in-between frames that move the ripple further down the flag halfway to the next frame, and let the tail of the flag swing all the way out. The next frame moves the ripple along and also starts the next ripple with this straight portion here. And again, those are the only 2 additions you need to make. These other 2 are just mirrors of those. And that looks like 8 separate frames. But really, we know this is just 4 different frames that are mirrored. And the result is a nice, smooth, and waving flag. I'm interested to see how a shorter flag will work with this method. Real quick, we're going to set up the structure blocks just like we did with the previous flag, with 7 blocks in between, allowing for 3 blocks on either side for the flag's animation. The first thing I'm going to do here is try and freehand the animation frames to try and get a sense of how the flag is going to flow, and just to try and get something down that I can refine and work with later. Even though I made several mistakes while freehanding this, for example, there are some inconsistencies with the block placement on frames that are just mirrored from each other. I actually am pretty happy with the initial first draft of this animation. Real quick, let's get our flashing redstone line down. And we're just going to copy the circuit from the previous flag and update the name to match the current animation. After we get the circuit started, we can spot any mistakes and make any needed corrections. I tried adding some vertical movement to the flag, but I really don't like the way that it ended up looking too bouncy, and I decided to revert it back to the original horizontal movement only. For the third and last flag in this video, I wanted to do a very short flag to see if that's going to still work as well. You've seen this before, but this time we're going to do 5 blocks in between each structure block. This will give us just 2 blocks on either side for the flag. We're going to set the position to 1, 0, and -2, and the structure size at 5, 3, and 5. So the first frame is going to stay as we have it already here. The second frame will immediately start the next ripple and pull the entire flag over. The third frame has the full ripple as far to the side as it's going to go, dragging the tail along behind. The fourth frame will shift the ripple down and immediately start the next one with that first block next to the pole, and the tail of the flag will still be lagging behind just 1 block. These first 4 frames are going to be the most important, and all you have to do now is mirror them. Overall, the animation ends up having a bell-shaped footprint. Alright, here's the home stretch, folks. The most important part is to go through all of the save blocks and click the save button on the right hand side. Next, just copy and paste the files from your creative test world to your survival world. And always remember to make a backup in case something goes wrong. Set up your structure blocks in your survival world and enjoy watching your awesome new flag. Flags are a great way to draw attention to your build, and if you want to wow your friends even more, you need to surprise them as soon as they approach your castle. What better way to do that than to open the huge front gates? So go watch my video on how to animate castle doors. I hope you enjoy the outro, and I'll see you in the next video.